time there actually was a fair amount, and I felt like I did pretty well. The second time I went, I was able to take a game off Eric, who's violence, and then like I kind of got blown up by this fox I didn't know was like, I guess because I didn't see the name before, I kind of assumed it might be someone new, but it definitely wasn't, and I got caught lacking in a lot of spots against him.
Yeah, I know Violence. He actually used to be. He went to school at Johns Hopkins, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I knew him when he was around here for that.
Nice. Yeah. Eric told me he used to live out there.
But so you said on your goals that you wanted to understand how to use movement and learn some of your habits. Is that like
I guess
an issue you've been struggling with?
Yeah, I guess before, like, I kind of I used to like give up space a lot. I guess, like, people keep calling it out, and like every time they call it out, they give me advice, and it helps me mention it. But in the end, like, totally, like, yeah. And I guess just there's a lot of habits I do that in which I like give up space and find myself in like terrible spots.
Okay, cool. So bad habits are kind of like a good thing because I feel like that makes it really obvious where you can improve, right?
Right.
So that's like the plus side of having bad habits is like, well, if you get rid of the bad habit, you're probably going to expand a lot of your game. So like I kind of view it as like a branching tree, right? And then if you have like one branch, it's like kind of dead because you're just using the one path over and over. You can open up a whole bunch of new paths.
Right. And I guess part of it comes with like overcoming the fear of trying to like use something different that has like used to work with me so much before.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty similar, honestly. Even down to like the giving up stage a lot. Even until like recently. I mean, it's like something that never truly goes away because it's like a balance. But whenever I'm struggling, I have to evaluate like, wait, am I just playing like too safe or just giving up stage too willingly? So it's not an uncommon problem. Can you see my screen that I'm sharing with my mouse cursor moving? Awesome.
Yeah.
Let me just make sure it's recording.
Oh.
Why is it not going? There we go. Sorry.
Oh, good.
Okay, we'll just get right into it then.
The feed did go away though on the Discord end. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, yeah, so just like a few brief things for Fox. At low percents, you generally want to be going for things that'll lead into Shine. That's like your biggest opener. So that's one thing we can keep an eye out for. And then the other thing would be just like when you're on the ground, a big part of the matchup is, do you have time to get a laser out? So Fox is one of the best characters at challenging lasers, so he can do like a running up smash to stuff your laser before it comes out. So threats like that are a reason you should be hesitant to laser on the ground. And then, but you have to balance that because if you are just always afraid of those options, which it sounds like that might be your problem, it's like you're afraid of these forward moving options. And if you respect those too much, then you're just going to end up retreating into the corner. And generally the solution to that means like going forward, either to like you can run up and shield proactively, or you can just attack him. So we'll see if any of that comes up.
That actually sounds really familiar, yeah.
Yeah. That's generally how it happens. Okay. That looked good. I love this down there. Do you do this a lot?
I actually do, yeah.
Yeah.
He actually does call me out for it earlier,
Okay.
later on in the session. 'Cause this is like one of the first earlier games
Yeah,
we play.
I call it the Zoo Dare because he's who I saw do it first. But it's the same as like a Lord Stomp or Wizzy Stomp. So this is like a good defensive strategy, but like you said, if he starts calling that out, that's when you want to add in the aggressive options. So it looks like you have a piece of the puzzle already. If that's like the first thing you do, that's really good. Nice. Okay, that was unsafe. Damn. Fucking him up. Oh no.
It's one of the earlier games, so it's like after a while, like he definitely starts to blow me up for like things he starts seeing in these games.
Gotcha. Yeah, so this is a red flag right here. So respawn strategies are super underrated. Like most people don't even think about this as like it's like its own mini game, both when you're respawning and when the opponent's respawning. So you always want to have at least a couple of game plans going into the game, like for each matchup. So I mean, the obvious one for Falco is just to get to the ground like you are now, and then you either want to like laser or attack. And the general mix-up you'll see from characters that can't just like float off stage or ledge stall. So like Marth and Sheik will ledge stall, and Peach and Puff will float out here. But like Fox, Falcon will sometimes ledge stall, but Spaceys in particular generally will fight you, especially Falco. But so a lot of characters will stand like in the corner. They'll dash dance. So if they just sit here and dash dance, then you have to attack. But if you do that, then they might dash through. So that's kind of like the 50-50 most people will play if they're in the corner and they don't go to ledge or off stage. So you see here like you sort of like do this wave dash jab to hit him. Not the best move. Like since you're invincible, you can really just aerial without really worrying about it too much. But the real problem was this laser here, where you're putting yourself in the corner. So you can see anything past the edge of this platform is pretty much the danger zone. Especially against a character like Fox who can ledge dash really easily. This is really risky. And then he just needs one shine to like kill you, right?
Right.
Okay, another thing I'm seeing already is double jumping. So if you get shined here, you can slide the ledge. That's what you want to do. But you double jumped. And like a one-off of that isn't too bad, but then I see that again here where like the first thing you do is double jump, when you could have probably just side beat the ledge or something. So we'll keep an eye out for that as well. Okay, and you grab ledge pretty early in your edge guards. This is the second time where you grab ledge when he's up here. Now last time he did like angle down and you at least back aired him the other way. But generally Falco wants to stay on stage and laser to cover this. And that way if he goes horizontal or up high, it lets you back air and back off. Probably for a kill at this %. And then like once you get the laser on the low recovery, he's just running out of options. If he ever side B's it into the ledge, you can down smash it. And if he dips down lower, then then you can start grabbing ledge or doing a downer on stage. So we'll see if that continues as well. Yep, so grabbing ledge again already. And it's like the only way you're hitting him here is if he doesn't pay attention to where you are, because he can just go up at this point. So that was like I mean, you did ledge dash, or you back aired? Okay. And then you wave dash away. Yeah, so sometimes you can get off the ledge early. Maybe you did this for side B. Now I'm not sure, but I think his best bet was to just go high here. Okay, this is much better corner pressure. So instead of like lasering into the corner, just like backing off, and you see like he's going for this ledge dash up smash. But yeah, this game has been pretty good so far. Okay, was that a ledge hop drill? Oh, okay. That sucks. Missed your L cancel. Again, I think like I'd be focused on trying to laser him here. See how he's like above the stage? And it's just like you don't lose anything by lasering there, because even after you laser, you can grab ledge anyway. So like you could grab ledge now or now, and like it's not going to affect whether you're able to ledge hop air this. So you could have grabbed ledge way later. But really you want to be staying on stage. Nice. You didn't shield. Okay, so once again, do you see how like he's up being at this height where you could just laser him? Maybe not because of this guy.
Right.
but generally, like you could laser that, and then because you can, even if you wanted to read ledge, you could laser, and then turn around and grab ledge after.
That is one big fault in like my whole game against every character, really, is just knowing how to cover their recovery options.
Okay, that might be a problem in other matchups as well then, because a lot of it is like people learn to grab ledge, which you should, but people start grabbing it too early in the recoveries, and people will recognize that and then just go for the high recoveries, or like it can even just make it awkward even when they do go to ledge. Nice. Let's see how this drop. Nair's okay there. If you can tell the Nair will lead to the slide off, that's when you should opt for like a shine waveland instead. Especially at 80, you can see like if you go for a shine waveland F smash, so you could like shine. If you think he's gonna like DI this in, you shine him here, waveland up here, and he'll be like floating right next to you for an F smash. Or then from the top plat, you could do like a quick dash dance and get like a soft bear, a nair onto the side plat. So you could do something like that, or you could shine and waveland to this plat as well. Those are both options instead of the snare. But the key is just realizing that this will lead to a slide off. Nice call out. Okay. Yeah, this is another instance of not respecting his sledge dash. So like the last few times when you had success, you were more over here. And I mean, you can sometimes challenge up here, but you want to be using more shield, or like stay on the platform until he like does something. Oh, and you see that leads to your death. And like he basically didn't earn that. He kind of just got you because you were too close. And then a recovery you should definitely consider. It's what I use pretty much always until they prove otherwise. So I'll just double jump back and shorten to ledge. Do you do a lot of shorten?
I'm a little inconsistent on the timing of it. I try and do them, but I usually mess up the timing for it. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll just want to practice that. It is 2 frames, so you should be able to get it consistently.
Right.
I used to honestly mash it, but I think I was mashing it at a set timing, so I wouldn't advise that. But yeah, once you get shortened, it allows you to grab ledge from like this far away. So the only way they're going to stop it is if they actually get on the ledge, or if they're already on ledge and can do attacks, or maybe like a runoff double jump nair. But especially Fox doesn't have much to stop it with. It's not like he's Marth where you can just poke the ledge. So you can see here, if you were going for a shorten after this, like your double jump is right here. The only way he's gonna get that is if he grabs ledge right away, or does like the runoff double jump nair, and those both lose to a high side B. So that's kind of the mix-up you're looking at. Okay, your respawn. Okay, that was fine. So you see, this time you attacked into the corner, but you did it with your invul, and then you got back out of the corner before it ended. So as long as you do that, you're good. Oh, look where he's recovering, right?
Yeah.
So he's been doing the same height. And it's hard to like pay attention to a habit like that. But really, you can just be shooting that laser like no matter where they're starting their up B. Okay, will he do it again? Oh, this time he's going low. Yeah, and then this is an example of the other instance I was talking about, or the other problem with grabbing it early is like you're grabbing it now, and it's like you need to refresh like right now. So you had to do the spare at that timing to avoid getting hit. Whereas if you do it like as he's blasting off, so instead of grabbing it there, you should be grabbing it like maybe like 5 frames before this, so you could be doing this ledge hop, the same ledge hop air, but you'd be invincible, and that would let you drop lower and really like cover the ledge with your invul. Nice. Nice safe edge guard. Okay. Decent shield. You got tripped up in your movement, that's all. So like this is great. And then you wave dash out. Oh, I think you meant to wave dash out, yeah. Okay, so he just kind of called you out with the take laser up smash. Okay, so once you're on the platforms like this and you're fighting people, you have to be really aware of like shield, because it gives them shield drop shine. So like if you're gonna shine him here, you honestly like shouldn't shine, but I think that's pretty hard to react to not shining. So if you're going to do this, you need to like either shine grab or like wave shine away, because he's probably gonna do a shield drop option. So I think he shield dropped, but he was holding the wrong way. Yeah, so you can see he shield drop shine, but because he was angling to the right, he actually like moved a little bit away from you, and that kept you safe. And then like you were still fighting on this top plat, and now you're like double jumping above him. So that's something that's really risky, especially considering the percents. You always want to take into account like your risk is going to change based on the percents of both players. Okay. Oh, you could have shined him there after this push off. This is a good follow-up. If you're ever like not sure about a platform combo or like a tech roll, tech chase, you can go for this push off. It's probably easier to run, but even with the wave dash you can do it. So you see push off and then you could shine him. He did fast fall, which makes it a little harder, but you can at least go for it. Okay, and then you kind of just ran off. Do you know if you meant to laser there? After this downer?
I'm not sure. I think I might have, yeah.
Okay. Oh, and then it looks like you got ADT power shielded, maybe. Do you use do you have a spring in both of your triggers?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I can hit them like fairly consistent. Like as long as I press it fast enough, I can get the power shield like somewhat consistently.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you don't L cancel or light shield with one of them, it's definitely worth considering just removing the spring. Or you can get like a trigger plug if you don't like how it feels when it's really low.
Right.
But that'll just prevent stuff like this, because what happens is if you light shield for one frame, like if this was a light shield and then on the next frame you hard shield, your shield like doesn't protect you. So that's just like a really weird quirk of the game. But
So,
I think that might be why you got hit. Sorry?
In between the frames of light and hard shield, if
yeah,
it's
called
shield the next one.
It's called analog to digital transition. So like when the shield transitions from analog to the digital press. The other alternative is you can just push the trigger all the way down, but don't do the click. So like you can get the smallest shield without pressing the actual trigger button, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's something I've actually started doing recently, because when you're on platforms and like someone, let's say Fox does a full hop nair at you, it's really good to like shield that nair and then shield drop shine. But if you power shield it because you're shielding at the last second, then sometimes you get pushed too far to get the shine. So I started doing the smallest shield without the digital press, and it's the same amount of stun as a trigger press, but you never get the power shield, and you also never get the analog to digital transition. Okay, so that game wasn't that bad. The big thing was definitely the edge guards and getting too close by the ledge. Did you get that sense after we went over it?
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely writing the stuff down as we go along too.
Yeah, and like I said, I am recording this, so you can watch it back later. Normally, we don't go through games that fast, but that one, because like you were doing a lot of good stuff, and then the mistakes were like very obvious, we actually flew through that one pretty quickly. So we might actually get through all three. Okay, and this is this a different one?
It's a different file. It's still against meds. I do have this.
That was meds. Okay.
Over this Sheik. Over this person that went Sheik I played earlier today. That was kind of getting me for sure for a bunch of dumb mistakes.
So let's see.
If you want, I can send those through.
I mean, the Fox would probably be enough for one lesson.
For sure.
I think there will be more. The biggest thing is like, as far as neutral goes, there haven't been a lot of neutral interactions where you're lasering. But you're also on Yoshi's, so that does change things a bit. So I guess you like weren't playing yet because he's ledge dashing. Was this a friendly?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
These are just friendlies against meds. But
Gotcha.
I'm not like, I definitely like, I still like play them. Not like, obviously I'm trying to learn, but like obviously like my thought process on stuff.
For sure.
Like,
I just asked because like the first thing he did was like go to ledge and ledge dash. So I was like, wait, what's going on? So yeah, like at this range I'd be lasering. Because this is like a guaranteed laser, right? And he's even jumping probably expecting that. And then like, because he's jumping, you can also... Sorry?
You have the new...
my bad.
No, you're good. There we go.
Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. He just goes to ledge and ledge dashes.
Right.
But once you see Fox in the air, like you have to understand is because of his fall speed, he can't drift very far. He could get to top plat for this one, but a good strategy is to just like shoot a laser underneath him. I call them laser nets. So just shoot a laser net for him to like fall into, or even if he's like already down here and you hit him with the laser, that works. And the reason that's really good is it gives you a chance to go for like a jump shine, or like if you think he'll double jump or shine double jump out of that, then you can read the double jump. So both of those options can lead to a lot of good stuff. Or you can even do laser into approaching nair to like hit him out of the air and start comboing him over here. So instead of going for like this up air, because like even if that up air hits, it's pretty hard to convert. He'd like might get hit over here and then you just can't shine right away. And it's also riskier if you miss. So like if you shoot a laser for him coming down here and he lands on the side plat, it's no big deal. But you miss this up air and now it's like, well, he has frame advantage. So you can see how that's riskier than just a laser. And then this is similar to the first game. You're engaging on the platform, especially when you're cornered. Oh, accidental down smash. So like you end up getting shined here. So that's just the importance of being careful when you're cornered and on the side plat. Okay, and we see that panic double jump again. We'll see if Meds punishes that later. So like you slide off. This is an easy ledge grab into like double laser, right? Because like he can't really stop you from shooting the double lasers. Maybe he could like pressure from side plat. But you're like double jumping, and if he wasn't shooting this laser, he could just back air you. Okay, nice dash ins. Okay, so this is good. I think at this percent, I probably would have gone for an extended combo. So like
keep shining him.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're going to go for the DI mix-up where he's DIing out, then you should F-smash. That's what I would do if I was reading that.
Okay.
So, like, the F-smash would set up for a better hit. Because the back air kind of doesn't... It's not going to combo even on DI in. So he does DI away. So you would have gotten really good DI if you had F-smashed. But you can see, even if he DI'd up and in, like, Omega hard, I don't think this back air is connecting to anything. Maybe you can like jump up here and get another back air, but it'd be a stretch. So like either go for a move that would continue the combo like Shine, or let me see what else you could have gotten. I think you just so a dash jump Shine to like bring him up to the top plat, kind of like in the first game, right? And at this range you can cross him up as well to mix up his DI. So even if you thought he was going to survival DI, or if you thought he was going to combo DI away, you could just dash past him and shine him on the right side of his body, and then he would go straight up. So that's always something you want to be considering. It's like you want to be predicting their DI and then shining on the side that would give you the beneficial DI.
Let me write that down.
Okay. Okay, how do we end up in the corner here? Oh, yeah, the edge guard. Okay, so again, like, you can see you're in the danger zone. Fox is on ledge. He's got the ledge dash. You have to be respecting that. So at this point, you kind of have to be, like, thinking, like, full hop to safety. Maybe, like, dash full hop to the top plat, roll in. Stuff like that. Maybe you could dash wave dash, but you don't want to just hold shield here. Like even if he, so like a big thing is people worry about ledge hop aerials. Mm-hmm. But if the alternative is like what ledge hop aerial could he really do from here? He could do like ledge hop drill and ledge hop nair. So if you think about it as like if you just dash towards center, even if he hits you with one of those, it's not the end of the world to like get hit towards center stage. What is the end of the world is if you let him ledge dash past you and then you're in the corner shielding. That's like as bad as it gets, right? And then you can see like you kind of don't get out of the corner from there. So you go for an air. So you're at a neutral position here, like equal frame advantage, almost exactly. So this is a situation where you kind of have to make that decision we talked about at the beginning where like he could stuff your laser if you started one, but you should still consider it. Sometimes you want a laser. Another thing you can do is waveland onto the side plat, and if he does like a running up smash to stuff a laser, then you can drop back down and punish him. And if you see him just like dash dance because he thought you might approach, then you can do a run off or drop down laser. So definitely use side plats in this matchup as like a way to get lasers out safely. And like if you are on the side plat and you think he's going to jump up at you, that's when you can use the shield drop shine. So like the shield drop shine keeps you pretty safe on side plats against Fox. He has some tricks like he can short hop underneath with an up air and shield poke, or he can like dash close and do like a spaced aerial and then land over here so he's not getting shield drop shined. But it's nothing that's going to happen up here that's too bad as long as you're shielding correctly. So you can see you wave dash. This is a really common habit I see from a lot of Falcos actually, is they do a wave dash. The wave dash isn't really helping you here. Do you know if you were expecting him to approach?
I forgot, to be honest.
Okay.
What I might have been expecting from him.
I mean, it's hard to remember from a random situation, but that's what it seemed like to me. Like, I don't know why you would wave dash there unless you thought he was like going to jump right into it and get up tilted, you know? But if that wasn't the case, then you definitely want to... So, like, once you see him at this point, then it's like... Okay, so then you decide to laser because you see him that far away. But now he's jumping over your laser and you're all the way in the corner. So it would have been better if you had, like, gone to side plat. And that way... So if you had gone to side plat here and then you're doing a drop-down laser, you're dropping towards the middle. or the other option is to just continue the dash dance game, and then when you see him break out into a run like this, then you could attack proactively. But you could see like you kind of just stayed in the corner the entire time, hoping he ran into you, right?
Right.
So at some point, if they're just going to just take center stage for free, you can attack into center stage and they'll just get hit. It can feel scary to do at first, kind of like what you were saying. You get afraid of doing that because it feels like you're just doing a crazy attack into the middle, but it's not that crazy if you're just giving him the center stage all the time. Nice. So that was a good whiff punish. Didn't quite convert, but like you identified he was full hopping and whiff punish. So that's perfect. Let me see. Could you have fast fallen sooner? Nope. I mean, you got it about as good as you can. If you can recognize that he's too far away for up tilt, you can go for grab, especially because they'll usually shield or just like hold shield just in case you're slow. But can't really fault you too much for that. Okay. Did you see what you did again?
Let me see. Yeah, I jumped in with the laser.
Yeah, so it's just like not only are you jumping into the corner, but you're doing it with a laser, which like
when he is invulnerable.
Yeah, it literally couldn't hit him, even if he like jumped up here. Like, I mean, he ledge jumped right through it. So like, even though you didn't get punished, you should still identify like, oh, he could have just ledge dash shined me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a mistake, but I just got lucky at the end of it.
Yeah, and then did you see it again? So whatever.
Yeah.
So like the laser's fine, but the down tilt's not. So like the laser to like catch him up being here totally makes sense. We even went over that. So he side B's low, and you have him in a good position. So just to zoom out for a second, you're at 0, he's at 97, and he's trapped in the corner. Now Fox has a good ledge dash and everything, but it's not easy for him to get out of the corner. Like versus most Foxes, you can just like spam bears half the time, and you'll just kill them. But even if you're not gonna like mindlessly spam bears, like whatever you're doing should be more over here. Shouldn't be a down tilt. I guess maybe you thought you were gonna hit him. And we can see if that's what it was. Yeah, so I guess maybe you just misjudged the spacing. Oh no. I could tell that was an up tilt. Do you do the buffer upwards to up tilt here? Out of the wave dash?
I think I might actually do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have notches?
Kind of already start holding up. I don't know. Oh, well,
okay.
I have them for like the wave dash ones.
Okay, I mean even without them, you can still do it. So like it's between the northern cardinal and the 45 degree. If you hold like halfway in between, and just hold like in the middle of that flat part, that'll buffer a turnaround animation, and then you can just tap A and it'll up tilt. So you can do that during your wave dash lag, but really you shouldn't be approaching with wave dash in this matchup. That's like the main problem. So like you can see, you kind of just wave dash towards him. I mean, I guess you're CCing, and he's low percent, but what could we be doing instead? So he's ledge dashing, you're over here. What do you think would be a more concrete or like reliable strategy?
Probably to shoot lasers and maybe,
right.
Yeah.
So you can just see that like you have time to laser, and instead you're like wave dashing into his start range. So it's like you're giving him a chance to hit you for no reason, because it's like, what did that extra space get you? It doesn't really matter if you like take stage versus Fox, because if you don't have a laser out, then you're not controlling any of the space anyway. He could just attack you, right? So if you had approached with the laser, I mean, that would be on the riskier side, since you are taking stage. I mean, you could do a half approaching laser, where you like dash and then do a neutral jump straight up. So like a dash and then a short hop laser right here, that'd be fine. But if you're not really accomplishing as much when you take stage without the laser, because you can see like Fox he can zoom back and forth that it doesn't even bother him that much for you to take stage, you know?
Right.
So, kind of like what in your goals you said you wanted to understand how to use movement to take space without throwing an attack, but like
Right.
the attack you should be throwing out an attack, it should just be a laser. That's like,
Right.
and then like use the threat of a laser follow-up as a way to push them back further. So you can almost think of it as like the laser holds the space that you have, and then the threat of your shuffle forward will push them back further. So that's what you see if you watch high-level Falcos. You'll see them use lasers to get the opponent locked down, and then once they're locked down, they have to worry about like laser into approach. And then if they're respecting laser into approach and they retreat, but you shoot a laser instead, well, now you've just locked them back even further on stage, and now you can move forward. So that's kind of how you take space in most of Falco's matchups. Does all that make sense? Just to check in?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that's really common versus characters that are worse against lasers. So, like, Marth, unless they're power shielding or something, Marths are generally just, like, shielding, wave dashing back, and, like, dash dancing. And they'll, like, end up in the corner really quickly, but then Falcos approach into them and die. So, but if you, like, watch the actual stage positioning, Marths are almost always in, like, the corner. So the same will happen with Fox, but Fox is way more likely to like use a full hop or do an aggressive option after take laser, because he has a bit more aggressive options that he can use, or he can play the vertical game better than a lot of characters. Oh, did you not have a jump? Oh, there it goes.
No, he got me. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're what I like to do when I'm trying to like survival DI stuff like this is I smash DI like right. So as he's like approaching, I would smash DI right, and then quarter circle to up for the DI. Because like Shine has a decent amount of hit lag because it's electric. It has like extra hit lag. I guess he did delay it in a really weird way, so that might have just been him intentionally trying to delay it. But just something you can try. Just do like the smash DI right, just so you can get like the smash DI and the good DI. Oh no. Okay, so we're respawning. We got him on the ledge. Yeah, I mean, that's like, well, no, that one was fine because you're in ball. Is that what you were saying? That was bad?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I guess because I wasn't vulnerable.
Yeah, because this is what you did last time. You did like the fair. I mean, you're just attacking. Well, you did a wave dash, so I don't like the wave dash because that's not attacking anything. If you had attacked into the corner, I think that's fine. Do you see what I mean? Because like,
yeah.
I mean, even the wave dash isn't a big deal because you probably like had an idea that he was going to ledge. But this is like fine. And like this laser's really good too because you caught him on the stall. And like, just because you don't get a hit on Fox when he's respawning, don't think of it as like a bad respawn. Like it doesn't mean you played it poorly or anything. It's just if a Fox is going to be content to stay in the corner, there's not a whole lot you can do. Like you can go up and like try and hit him off the ledge, but that can be risky. So I'm totally fine with this. I would not advise this full hop. Let's see where that goes. Okay, you caught his double jump onto the side plat, so it worked out. But you can see like if he didn't double jump out of that laser, he would be like on ledge now and could be ledge dashing under you. So I'd rather see you like hold center stage and like pressure this from below. Because like the only way this full hop worked was if he did exactly what you expected. And even then, it's like you didn't get anything for it, really. And then we see get ledge dash shined again. So, and also he upbeat at the laser height. So imagine you're like shooting that laser right here. A big thing with like edge guarding Fox is shooting the laser in a way that'll cover his double jump. Because if you can ever catch him with your laser as he double jumps, that's the best time to hit him. Because not only does he like not get any height from his double jump, but he either has to like side B into a down smash, or recover low. Those are his only two options if you shoot a laser here. Oops, sorry, my monitor randomly turns off. So yeah, if you can even react to this and then like laser after. I don't know if you can even react, but just be shooting lasers to cover stuff like this.
Right.
Instead of you're sort of just hoping he like goes horizontally into you. I'm guessing that's what that was. And now you end up by the corner. So okay. And then we see another panic double jump. This happened most of the time that you've been shined in the corner. So like it's really scary when you're this close, but on Yoshi's it's actually a little easier to grab ledge because of the slant. At least I think that's true. So you make it back. Okay, and you got him. Oh. So just a little flub. I like the idea though. The waveland would have been good if you landed it. He doesn't seem to be attacking you though. Okay, I like this laser. So this is a laser I was kind of expecting before, where you have frame advantage. So like you're actionable first, and Fox is kind of in the corner. So like it's hard for him to really call this laser out with an up smash. So like you can see he's looking for you to move forward when he dashes back like that. Okay, you're doing this a lot where you're wave dashing as an approach, and it's not really helping because so the one ground approach you can do here, I mean you could like just running grab. The other thing would be running shine. Like and that's what you end up doing anyway, but then if you're going to running shine, I wouldn't do the wave dash because you're just committing to those frames for no reason. So like because each wave dash is 15 frames, right?
Right.
So you're doing this laser and you go, okay, I want to attack this spot, but I don't want to do an aerial because maybe he'll shine me out of shield. Fair enough. But like if you see him like full hop while you're reacting, so let me go back. So like at this point, he could double jump out of this laser, but you're already committed to the wave dash. So that would be the problem. Like mentally, you can't react to anything beyond this point. So you're going to do the wave dash no matter what. Whereas if you do like a running crouch and he like does the full hop, you can react a little sooner. So like all this time here, he could just hit you because you're just stuck in this animation. But overall, the running forward part wasn't the problem. You just have to be careful about the wave dash because it commits you to so many frames. Okay, and then do you feel like you get shined out of shield a lot by Fox?
Yeah.
Okay, so people actually don't realize this, but shine out of shield actually just like beats everything Falco can do. I think like if your shine is unstaled, so like if you haven't hit him with the shine recently and you're frame perfect on your double shine, it'll like tie with the shine out of shield or something. It's just not reliable. It's the real point. So the main things you want to do, I mean double shine is okay on shield because it'll catch them moving. The safest option is generally to wave shine backwards. Even when you're this close, he can shine out shield the wave shine. But once you're like this deep on a shield, you don't really have any options if they're frame perfect. So like double shine if you think they're gonna move, wave shine if you think they're gonna like respect your pressure a little and like wait. And those are like the two main things. And the benefit of like wave dashing back or like wave shining away is you can sort of space around a wave dash forward shine from him. Or if he like does a full hop, you're at a safe spacing where you can react and deal with it. So let me see. Do you go for the double shine? Yeah, it looked like you did. Yeah, so you can see like you're even with the double shine, like it's just really hard to land the double shine. That's why I don't use it too much. I mean, you were far enough on a shield that if you had timed it a little better, it would have hit him. So, like I said, double shine not a bad option. If you're gonna do it though, be ready to like wave land on here, or wave shine away if you think you can be frame perfect. Okay, so you do it again here. Again, it kind of worked here. I mean, definitely worked, but I would not recommend this normally. Like that's pretty lucky. Okay, and you do it again. So it looks like you do this a lot.
It's actually something I've only recently started doing, because I used to only just dash, and I literally told myself to try and incorporate more wave dashes into approach. But I guess in this situation,
yeah, I mean,
it's not very,
I don't really see the benefit to the wave dash. But I like, if you had just replaced all these with running shine, I'm like more okay with it. And I mean, I guess like for this one, because he's like coming out of a tech, I think it's like a little more understandable because it's more of a tech chase at that point. So yeah, this one is like a little more acceptable because of that, but it's still pretty weird. I would be thinking like, okay, I want to laser him and like keep him in the corner. I don't want to like run up and shine in his face and hope I hit him. Because like what happens when you play a fox that just shields there and then just shines you out of shield every time. That's like what you have to consider.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so again, too close to the ledge. So, and you were going for up tilt that time. So like, if you're trying to cover horizontal here, then what you can do is like dash away with the bear. But really, I would be looking for a laser here. I want to stuff. I'd probably like dash back a little and then laser here. So if he goes down, he gets hit by the laser and is forced to like go to ledge. And if he goes horizontal or up, then I can still be far enough away to punish those with back air. So like you don't really want to be doing ground moves right by the ledge. And you also do this a lot too. You do the like fadeaway bear after you whiff the move. I mean, honestly, that one was pretty unlucky that you got hit, but you still have to be careful, like even contesting that. Because like if he just waits this out, the reason is like because of your landing. So like if he doesn't back air directly at you, and it's like you're doing this, it felt like you were doing that to cover the up B. But like if he just waits after his ledge dash, you're just landing in the middle of the stage and he can just up smash you. Oh, the up B edge guard. Okay. There we see the wave dash cost you.
Yeah.
Okay, don't mind that jab to like stuff him out. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible to call out this ledge dash. I guess I would just say just be careful with that. Especially because it seemed like a high aerial. Yeah, so it was a high dare. So if you're going to like stuff the ledge dash, do it with a late aerial, or even just like a spaced bear is honestly a really good option you can do. So like you can get on the side plat or top plat. So like if you were on side plat before he grabbed ledge, and then he does his ledge dash and you do like a runoff bear, you can like space it so it's safe on shield, and if he doesn't have enough frames to do whatever attack he's doing, then you would hit it. So you can see you like went for another wave dash forward shine here and just got drilled. So it's like, I'd be thinking, okay, I have Fox at 94. I don't even want a shine necessarily at this point. I just want to just get him off stage with the back air or an aerial. But you're like wave dashing towards him. Okay. Yeah, edge guarding definitely seems like the biggest thing in your offensive game. So it's like, it's all ledge stuff really. The missing the edge guard, again, he's at the height where you can just laser him. Because like the reason foxes like to do this is because they get the angle to ledge, they get the horizontal angle, and they can also go up. So like having all three of those options is really beneficial for them. Whereas if he like goes up here, it's hard to like angle down safely. or like, and he can still do this angle and that high, but then that only gives him 2. Same with like if he's at ledge height, he gets horizontal to the ledge or up. So he wants all 3 to make it as hard as possible to cover. So that's why you want a laser there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
And then that way you don't have to like hard read this. You actually did it again. The wave dash forward. Even during your edge guard, it seems like you're doing a lot of wave dash forward. I guess that one was to get to ledge. Nice. So you moved out of range. That's why this worked. So you can see like he went for the ledge hop arrow we talked about before, and you just got right out of the way. Okay. So this is his end ball. Okay, that's kind of unfortunate. Probably not the best place to be scrapping. I mean, you're low percent, but like this rising down air is really hard to combo. It's just actually just not going to combo at 0. Like maybe you hit him, but you have to consider the risk of him like jumping into it. Like if he jumps into it, it's not going to have any stun. And then even if you hit him with the rising down air, it's not going to have enough stun to combo into shine. So in this situation, I would consider like backing off to reset. So like just dash away with the laser, or dash dance right outside of his range, and then you could punish an up tilt like that. So that's kind of how you want to play the scraps more. It's like threaten the retreat with the laser, and then call him out if he's going to try to cover the retreat. Oh no, you had it. I think you did, right? He didn't literal. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Once you initiate the fastball, you can actually let go. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
Like holding down.
I might have held the trigger or something. I think at that point by accident.
Well, holding the trigger wouldn't matter.
Oh, it does. Oh, okay. I forgot what I might have done then. I might have still been holding the stick, and yeah, I might have just fallen right through it.
Okay. So let's bring up the last one, and then I'll have you go like mention stuff in this one, just because I'm sure we'll see a lot of the same stuff, maybe some different stuff. So if we see some new stuff, I will stop to mention that, because this is a wider stage. So we didn't see hardly any laser game because the 2 games we watched were on Yoshi's. But yeah, we'll just if you see anything we went over, try and call it out, and I'll rewind if you missed something.
All right, for sure.
And then you could just, and you don't have to like explain it in depth. Just say like, oh, I got too close to the ledge with the laser, something like that.
Right, gotcha. Probably could have jumped off starting with lasers.
Mm-hmm. So already thinking about it. And like, why do you think that would be good?
Because
I don't want you just lasering because I said so. So the reason would be to limit Fox's movement.
Right.
So
I'm trying to think where like I would land though, to like where I would get like the best place to land for me, and where like the best laser would be for when you start.
He's not gonna really do like a full hop in the middle. At least most Foxes don't do that. Watch him do it now that I said most Foxes don't. So like the short hop off laser that works on Battlefield won't really work here because of the height of the platform. Or not even the height of the platform. But yeah, it's just like the high laser doesn't really work. It can sometimes work against Peach, who likes to jump up. But you can try just like drop down laser is probably the safest one, because if Fox does like a runoff to try and catch you, so like if you just shoot a short hop laser here and Fox does a runoff, he gets bottom mid, and you're like you're not like trapped on the platform, but you are like on the platform in his striking range. So then you're like playing a mix up already. So if you drop down, the only way Fox is getting to you is by going through that laser. That's how I think of it. Because if he jumps over it as you drop down, then you can shoot another laser as he lands, or like play off his landing. So I generally like to play this matchup in a way where it forces the Fox to jump, because when he's jumping, he's at his most limited in terms of movement. So he just shoots lasers. So first red flag is this dash dance, because I feel like that means you're not really watching him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? So like if he's shooting lasers and you're dashing back, it's like, well, why would you be dashing back? Because and even if he was on the platform still, let's say he hadn't moved, he can only run off drill to like right here. That's like the furthest he can go, or like run off nair. It's like not even halfway. So there's not really any reason to be retreating here. And it almost seems like he's just waiting for you to go to center so he can do the short hop drill in. Did you see it?
See, I wave dash. I know away at least.
Yeah, the wave dash away I don't like either. Because you can see, like, if you had done the zoo dare that you did at the beginning, the very first sock, remember you did that?
Mm.
You did that because you dashed, though. But when you do this wave dash, it's kind of like weird. You can't really choose when to do the timing. And then the other thing is that you did an early dare, right? So remember this early dare from the last game? And it's just like, in the situation you were in, it was as good as you could get. But, like, I mean, you could have maybe shined him, is the other thing. It's like, if you're going to do an early dare, we'll just do a shine instead, right? Do a jump shine. Because, like, this could have been a shine. There's no reason it can't be. Just, like, raw shining Fox can be pretty good.
Wave dash for some reason. Though.
Yep. Okay, and this was just... I mean, this is rough because I think it's close to knocking down, but you really have to know if your dare is going to knock down here. So, like, this is a great situation to Shark. You can, like, shoot a laser net like we talked about. You can dash dance with punish. We saw you do that last game. You did a beautiful dash dance with punish. But instead you're, like, going for this full hop dare, which would be okay if he's at knockdown percent, but because he's not, like, you're putting yourself in a bad situation. So you always want to be careful about taking hits that, like, work out, but then you end up in a worse position after. Because, like, the one hit is generally not worth it in matchups like Spaceys, right?
Right.
Because it's like, well, you got one hit, but you gave up your great position for a position where he could potentially death combo you now, because you're like you're coming down on the ground and he's pressuring you.
And I got shined for trying to wave dash in.
Yeah, I mean, you could have done it after the get up attack. Yeah, so the real problem here is, like, you're in the corner. I mean, this is rough because, like, if you had shield DI'd, or, like, maybe if you delay your grab. So, like, if you delay your grab versus get up attack, they actually move back forward. So see how he's, like, right here with my cursor? Mm-hmm. And then, like, he's dodging it, and then he actually moves back forward. So you can see if you had delayed it to this frame, you actually probably would have grabbed him. Because look how much further forward he is. And he's still not actionable yet. So now he's actionable. So you can see how much difference there is. So that's one micro thing. But the thing I was going to point out is that, like, everything you're doing in the corner here is very stationary. So, like, you're shielding, going for shield grab. Shielding again, even though, like, you had no reason to shield. And then you're doing a wave dash. So you kind of want to, like, maybe go for, like, wave dash back and, like, work some dash dance. Or, like, wave dash back, approach through with down air. Or you can even, like, full hop. This isn't, like, the best, but, like, full hop towards center. Make him think you're going over here and then drift back. Mango does that a lot, where he does the full hop in and then drifts back to the corner. And it's just the way of, like, giving some horizontal movement to trick him. because otherwise you're just like sitting in the corner. Does that look familiar?
Yeah, he shot me out of my jump.
Yeah.
Double jump for sure.
And what kind of double jump would you categorize this as?
Definitely a panic one.
Yeah, so it's like right at the ones we saw before were after slide offs, but this one's out of stun, which is another common one. And even the one you did versus Shine, I guess I just assumed you were trying to DI the Shine, but there's no reason to DI here because you could have just grabbed ledge, right? That's like the problem. Okay, what did you do good there?
I shot the laser and then I wave dashed in.
Oh, well, yeah. I was saying, what did you do good?
Yeah, the laser was good.
The laser was good, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, look at this is beautiful positioning. Like, what do you think Fox's options here are? Like, if you're Fox or you're coaching the Fox, what do you tell him to do?
If that laser's coming for sure and he's in the
shield.
Yeah,
after he blocked the laser. And assume the invols run out at this point. Or it'll be out before you can hit him.
Probably be to jump out of shield to just create space to get away from the
So
Falco.
would you full hop?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. And then would you land on the side plat?
I guess depending on where the Falco goes after that. After shooting the laser.
So yeah, I mean I agree. I guess the point I'm trying to highlight is how limited he is. Like if that's like the option you immediately see as like the best is like full hop and maybe land on side plat, which I agree with. But like Fox or Falco can just like jump shine that and to get a huge punish. And all he has to do is like react to the Fox jumping and go for a jump shine, which is like no risk, right? That's the best part about jump shine in this matchup is you can jump shine, wave land, and if you didn't get the hit, then you're just wave landing away back towards center or something. And you're retreating again with laser control. So you want to be setting up this position on Fox a lot. Getting lasers on his shield at this range where he's afraid of a shuffle. And like the other option I would recommend for the Fox here is wave dash forward shine, because that beats a second laser. But you can see like if you're getting Fox to approach you with a wave dash all the time, that's really good, because that means you can do like a backflip down air or back air right where you are now. So like just zone to hit him coming forward, or up tilt even, down air in place. Any zoning move really is going to hit his wave dash forward shine attempt. You could also wave land onto side plat, sort of like if he jumps up there, maybe you like anti-air with an up tilt, or if he stays on the ground, then you can jump back down with a laser. So again, falling with the laser, because it's like when you short hop from the ground, you have to like rise up and then come back down. If you're already on a side plat, you can kind of laser faster because you run off stage, and so you start the laser after like just a couple frames of running off, right? So unlike when you jump, you can't laser as soon as you jump because the laser will go too high. But as soon as you run off a platform, you can start the laser. So it's coming out quicker. So this is why I think this position is really good. But then you're like wave dashing in, which honestly, all things considered, it's not that bad. But it's like it feels like that's your only option. Better. You're like your option is to lock him down and then go for the quickest thing that you could possibly hit him with. Like I'm just gonna run at him and shine every single time, and just like, well, you're lucky he doesn't like dare out a shield and stuff you, or in this case he just rolls away. And it's just like, imagine if you had just held your ground and he did this roll away. He's stuck in the corner, right? So that's kind of what we were talking about before, where you shoot the laser and then the opponent gives up the stage for you, and then you could approach in laser or like dash dance closer to him. So you want to use those lasers in combination with your threats to push him back and then move forward to take the stage. Because Falco's good at taking stage once they move away from him. He just advances with a laser. So I don't know if this was the problem, but you did another wave dash here.
Oh, yeah, the wave dash in.
So like, I guess I would say like, let's say you're reading the roll,
Right.
I mean, it's not that bad, but
I had an idea there, but yeah.
Yeah, like if you're reading the roll and you're just gonna cover it, then it's whatever because you're just wave dashing on a read. It's mostly okay. I guess I just prefer to do running shine because you can react at any point. So like you kind of do the. Oh, you do a dash attack that time? Wait, did I miss it?
Yeah.
I thought you wave dashed at some point.
I do wave dash in at some point for sure. I think it's like in the
Okay.
next string.
In this
Yeah,
one. Yeah.
right here, yeah.
So it's the same thing he rolled in last time. I guess you just should have shined. I don't know that the wave dash is all that problematic. But yeah, I guess the problem is like if you do this wave shine and then you see him get up or get up attack, you're like committed to those frames and you're over here no matter what. So whereas I would have like dashed, done like an empty dash foxtrot sort of thing, and then if I see him do those other options, I can pressure him right away. And then if he rolls in, then I just shine him. You know, I just empty dash shine. So I like to do empty dashes way more than a wave dash here. I guess like the timing does matter though. So like if you had landed right as he got knocked down and then you wave dash away immediately, as long as you're actionable from the wave dash quick enough to still pressure, it's okay. But like the way you're doing it here is like you're doing it as he does his option. So if he does get up in place here, there's no chance you're hitting him after your wave dash. Hey. The wave dash is good for this. I like to do it here too, where you like go under his hitboxes way better with the wave dash. I don't know if you meant to do that or if you just like wave dashing. It seems like you just like it.
I do actually do that in some matchups where I try to wave dash like underneath.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
so
things like that.
It's
but
definitely
for the
good.
most part, I made my focus to try and just incorporate it in general. But I'm definitely putting it in bad spots, wave dashing in against spots.
So you do that great escape, but what did you do right after?
Let me see. I shot a laser in the middle of the stage, but not really going for anything.
Okay, so this is what I see. You have this invol mix-up, right? Fox pretty much gets one attempt. You're either going to dash dance in the corner, or like assuming you're not going to do like a full hop or a wave dash to ledge. Those are obviously options. But the main mix-up is dash dance in the corner or dash wave dash through him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you get through him. What should you do here?
Just lock him down with lasers.
Yes. So like, because look, he hasn't even touched the ground yet, and you're actionable. But instead, what do? We go right back at him, and he's still invul, I think.
Invulnerable. Yeah.
But like, even if he's not invul, like, what benefit did we get from wave dashing through him again?
Nah, yeah.
So yeah, I would.
Put myself
As soon as you got
spot.
out of the corner, I'd be thinking, okay, great. I'm going to set up laser control. He's not going to be able to get to me in time, and then I'm going to push him into the corner, or he's going to fight his way through my lasers, and I'm going to shine him somehow.
Yeah, kept wave dashing in and out, and then into his shines. Yeah.
It happened twice. So, whoop.
Yeah.
Whoop! You juked him twice. Now he's definitely out of invul, and he's just shined, so he like can't move around or anything. So if you laser here, he's definitely getting cooked. Like you're gonna hit this wave shine towards you and have him under pressure. But instead, like you did all that work, and then you end up in the same spot that you started when
and
he
then
came.
I start doing the stationary stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the spot dodge, the crouch, the dare in place.
They're in place.
So like, this is a. What do you think? So like, you're doing this dare to read him coming in. What's the problem with doing it in this situation?
One, he's way too far, and it's probably too smart to even try and like.
There's a few problems
I guess I
with
could
it.
just shoot. I guess they'll keep my spacing. I should have just been shooting lasers instead.
Right, but why is this dare specifically bad in this situation? Because like using dare, a zoning dare versus Fox isn't terrible, but in this situation
you
it's
could probably
bad.
still get in and punish the landing lag with like a shine, and then get me on the stage.
I mean, he can always do that. More important thing is you're close to the ledge, so like.
Yeah.
At this point, like Fox can abuse the fact that you have no space to retreat to, and like he knows you're not going to retreat all the way to the ledge, or if you do, that you can't punish him. So he can just like punish your landing with a Nair Shine or Drill Shine or something and push you off stage. The other thing is he's at 0, so even if you hit him with it, you're like doing a fadeaway dare at 0. It's never going to combo into anything, right? So like imagine he runs into the stair right here. Okay, so you do the stair, he ran into it, he dash danced into it, and then he's standing right in front of you. Does that help you?
No, not really.
Not really, yeah. Because, like, maybe you're at slight frame advantage, but it's still, like, risky to go for a grab or something. So you don't really leave yourself with many follow-ups.
Had a wave shine in. I mean, shine in.
Yeah.
Wave dash in on him, yeah.
Yeah, so what could you do instead? Do you feel comfortable dealing with Fox full hop?
In some spots, no. I feel like I used to try and up tilt it, but that wasn't really like working for me. And so like a lot of areas, I guess that my timing was off on that. But I should probably just try and laser them while they're trying to full hop over.
Yeah, that's what I like to do. The laser net. The big thing is to like look at the spacing, right? So imagine you're just dash dancing here, and he's doing the full hop. So you can recognize by like around this frame at least. It should be pretty obvious he's full hopping, and you can also see that he naired. So what's the significance of the nair?
That he's definitely just going to be stuck in those frames for a bit.
Exactly. He's going to be stuck in that nair until he lands. He can't double jump out of it. So things like that. Yeah, things like that can make it easier to land the up tilt if you see that, because you don't have to worry about like him doing the yo-yoing double jump thing. Or like you can know he's not going to waveland onto side plat or like double jump away. But yeah, I like lasering here. I would have gone for the up tilt, I think, because like you were just positioned so perfectly, and he's doing the nair early, so it's like, and then your percent's not too bad. I think if he soft nairs, it doesn't knock down at this percent. That's another thing to consider. So like you can do up tilt and then just hold down. So those are all options. The dash, you can dash away with the laser. You can also dash in with the laser to like cross under. That can be really good and really confuse people. What else? You can just plain old dash dance grab it. Don't underestimate that. Especially Fox at 0. You can go for some down throw shine cheese or up throw shine. Just keep in mind that like your focus when he's doing this full hop is like to lead into a shine somehow, or at least stay safe. The first priority is to stay safe, but second priority is look for a shine opening, and I think you have a handful here. What do you see happening here?
At the end, I brought up my shield with their shot a laser, and then I threw in an early dare.
Yeah, so what I see here is like the laser is like questionable, but I think it's okay. It's mostly okay because he can't punish it. But then it's like you have Fox on side plat. What do you think you should be thinking here? What are you afraid of? What are you respecting? What are you expecting? What does Fox want? So any of those. What's your thoughts?
Get like a short hop nair on me.
Yep, so like short hop nair.
I'm retreating.
He did a short hop drill at the beginning, remember?
Right.
The other thing is just like running off with the aerial as well, because that's just a quicker version of that.
Right.
And like he's got you at 80, so his goal is to get the knockdown. That's like kind of how you want to think of it. Either the knockdown or drill into like grab. Drill grab or drill shine wouldn't lead to knockdown anyway. So yeah, that's basically how I'm thinking of it. And then it's like, I guess you just tried to whiff punish, but I don't think you were at a position where you could whiff punish.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you just pivoted by accident, actually. But instead of like trying to whiff punish people with Falco, a lot of the time what you have to do is like dash back, go for the laser. So like dash dance daring this miss back air is really hard. But But what's not so hard is like dash back with the laser, and then you can see he's at that range again, right? Like he'd be at that range we looked at earlier where he's shielding here or he's in laser hit stun, and he has to make a decision. Is he going to take laser wave dash forward shine? Probably not. Or like take laser wave dash, take laser dash jump cancel up smash? Probably not. Those are like really hard call outs when you're doing another laser. So what'll happen a lot in this matchup is the Fox will attack into you, trying to attack. You retreat, so you're giving up stage with a laser. So like you're sacrificing the stage in the short term, knowing that once you get the laser control, you're going to force Fox back. So it's kind of like one step back, 2 steps forward. That's kind of how you want to think of it. And instead, like, you're kind of just trying to skip those steps and just hit him. So you're like, let me just hit with a down tilt. And it's just like you're fighting Fox hitbox versus hitbox at that point, and it's not going to be a winning battle. Because he's like, just look at his mobility. Fox is so fucking fast that he's just like flying around.
Right.
Like look at where he dashed back to. So he dashed back all the way almost to the edge of this plat, and you're in center stage. And then it's like, well, what chance did you have? I mean, to outplay this, you have to like basically read his timing. Whereas if you back off with the laser, you're limiting his movement way more.
Should have been shooting lasers off rip. Put myself in a bad spot there. I don't know why I even have smashed.
Even before that.
You see? I jumped right in the corner.
Yup. And I don't know if you're like reading something specific, but this laser basically covers nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a bad habit. I mean, I think that's what
Yeah.
you said, right? In your goals was that you had some bad habits. So
Yeah,
you can see like
definitely.
the wave dash in, the grabbing the ledge early. If you just stop doing these things every single time, even that alone will like you'll see way more improvement, because you'll just, even if you just substitute all those with like dash dancing or something, like something innocuous,
Right.
you'll be like, oh, he's just giving me opportunities here, and there were opportunities you just weren't taking advantage of because you were doing something else. So like, imagine you just do anything other than like laser into the corner here. Well, what's Fox doing? He's literally shielding, right?
Right.
And I think this has happened a few times where you crossed him up and he's shielding because he's in the corner. So Meds is a really good player. He knows that like Falco has good corner pressure, and that to like withstand it, he has to like be using his shield intelligently. He has to be doing wave dash out shine at like good timings or full hops to like trick you into attacking up here, and then he'll go back down. So he's prepared to do all these tricky mix-ups, and then you're kind of just giving it to him for free.
Right.
So at least like engage with this, and engage with it in a way that isn't just like wave dash forward, like Hail Mary shine. Like please
Right.
just like jump squat for 3 frames right when I shine you, because that's basically what you're hoping for. Do you see it again? I'll keep
I
playing.
mean, I see the back tilt, the back here, where I try to like, I'm not really threatening anything there. I should have shot more lasers while he was in the corner.
Mm-hmm. So what are you thinking here? So you're actionable. So you actually have slight frame advantage. So if you were evaluating this situation, imagine you can like freeze time while you're playing. What are you thinking?
See if I can hit him with the laser and maybe get a shine in, but like running in, not waiting.
Why not just attack him? Genuine question, not rhetorical.
I'm not sure if he would be able to have time to, I guess even then if he had time to get a shield up, the laser would...
I think he would have time to dash back. So
I think, yeah.
I just want to make sure you're like evaluating that. So like, you have to consider the frame advantage. If he was like doing a taunt here, well, hell yeah, we'll just attack that, right? Or if he missed his L cancel, maybe. But he actually did miss his L cancel, I think. Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like maybe you pressure that, but I think it's better to just go with the laser. And you can see like you did the full hop back air.
Yeah.
It takes way more time to full hop back or auto cancel back air than it does to laser, right?
Yeah.
So you're not even fast falling. So imagine you laser here, or even after this, look what he's doing. He's shielding. He's probably expecting a laser. Like I think that's why he shielded. Let me see. So yeah, I think he saw your jump and expected the laser. So like you can almost use when you're playing a player as good as Meds, you can almost use it as an indication. Like if he's shielding in a certain scenario and you're not attacking, then you kind of want to think like, wait, why did he think I was on the offensive there? You know? So that can almost be a cue to you that he's expecting me to be aggressive here. So I must have had some sort of edge in neutral. But this is basically what we saw on the right side just a minute ago with the two zoning aerials you did. I think you did a zoning downer into down tilt. I don't remember if it was a downer. You did something and then you down tilted after. Do you remember that?
I think it was a downer.
Okay. But you remember the down tilt right after.
Yeah.
So this is just like the same habit or the same pattern where you're like aerial and then you realize you whiff and then you go, oh, I need to up tilt right away too. Nice. The beautiful zoo there. Boom. That's beautiful. Oh, I think so Pokemon can be tricky for punish game because it's actually really hard to follow up when foxes land up here. Because like if they land up there and you jump shine them and they DI away, if they like get the proper DI, you usually can't follow up. Like you might be able to like laser and F tilt them off stage or something, but especially if they DI towards the left, and like if you jump shine him here and he DIs towards center, you really can't get any punish on that. So when I see a fox in the middle of Pokemon here, I'm thinking like up tilt or maybe even down air and go for a tech chase read. The last thing I want to do is hit him onto one of these side plats. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you can see like how is Falco supposed to follow up on this? Even when he techs, and it's just like you even laser because you know like you can't do anything unless he like slides off and falls into the laser.
Should have been firing more lasers when he was trying to get out of the thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be here, again, be zoning with the back air or like the lasers. The lasers can be tricky because sometimes they ledge dash, and if they get gallant, then it's easy to power shield. But it's still pretty good because the power shield's not the end of the world. The big thing is like not being right next to ledge, and then I think you actually wave dash away. So like you whiff a nair here. Now you're jabbing. You've done like 3 attacks here, and then you realize you messed up, and now you're wave dashing away. So like again, if you had just dashed away, maybe you react to him a little sooner and you can shield. But if you wave dash, even if you reacted at this point and you could have shielded, you're still in the lag. So it actually looks like you're out of the lag, just barely. So even with the wave dash, you could have reacted to that. That would have been a hard reaction, though. That was tricky. I like that. So you realize you're in the corner. Do the tricky wave land. Okay, so you whiffed the down arrow on the platform. What could you have done instead of shield?
Right off and shot a laser.
I mean, I don't think you had room to laser necessarily. It probably would have worked. But the other thing is just run off and back air to catch him moving forward.
Right.
So this is just an instance of like shielding because you're kind of scared. Well, actually, it looks like you shield drop. So maybe just be careful about this drift in shield drop bear. The good players are typically dash dancing around this to punish it. And then you can see it's sort of back to the thing we saw twice now where it whiffed aerial into up tilt. And like you clanked, luckily, but you don't want to be gambling like that, especially when he's in the corner. So like that's what I would be thinking is once I do that tricky movement, land on the side plat, I'm thinking, oh, nice, he's cornered himself. So if I'm going to do a drop down back air, I'm going to like fade it in, or like run off bear, or run off laser, like you said, or even just like hold it down on side plat. Maybe he's going to jump up and attack you, and you hold shield and shield drop shine. So you have a lot of options from the side plat. And then we see another instance of the up tilt, right?
Up tilt, yeah.
Look how far away you are. You can easily dash away laser. So it seems like you're very unwilling to give up stage ever. Does that track with how you think of the matchup?
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like you're trying to move forward constantly?
Yeah.
Because it's funny, at the beginning you said you think you give up stage too easily. So maybe this is you attempting to address that to some degree.
Right.
But if you're retreating with the laser, I really don't think of it as like sacrificing. It's not like I gave up neutral to avoid getting hit. I think that's different than just like actually retreating. Okay, this backer was a little more reasonable because he was really close. So I like Zood Air here still, or again like Waveland on the side plat. Because if he sees you here and you Waveland and he does the Nair here, then you can see like you're dropping down pretty easily and hitting him. And like sure he could read that, but that's a pretty hard read to just assume you're going to Waveland. So what do we see here?
I threw out a dare there when I should have just shot a laser, especially since he was moving back.
Where exactly was he? Do you remember? When you
might have been in shine animation.
He's double jumping.
He was double jumping.
Yeah.
Right.
So
then I would have been able to shoot the nets.
Yep. Okay, that was just a little too close. This is a good spot to... I wouldn't recommend double jumping that high. So like when you generally don't need to jump higher than like a side B ledge cancel. That's kind of how I think of it. Because like once you do that, you like gave up your tricky mix-up. So like you want to threaten, drop down to ledge, and also double jump to the side plat. But as soon as you double jump here, well, he knows you're not going to the ledge. So now he only has to cover you drifting down. Whereas if you're drifting down and then could drift up and then back down again, it's kind of like one more iteration of that he has to think about. Okay, look at what we're doing now. Someone woke up on last stock. The laser master woke up last stock and was like, hey, I'd have a gun. Doesn't this look much easier? I mean, you gave up too much stage there, but look, once again, he's just ledge dashing into shield. And what's he doing? He's full hopping. So we literally talked about this exact situation, right? I mean, you were closer last time, but like what is he supposed to do? I mean, you didn't even do this like laser net properly. Like you misspaced it a bit, but it still didn't even matter. Like you hit him with the laser, and then you down tilted him. So like could have been cleaner, but you can see how like if you just are landing with that laser here instead of like right near his full hop. So like that's what you have to be looking at is where he's starting his full hop. So he's shielding here. If he's shielding, you know he can't dash full hop. So you don't have to be afraid of dash full hop whenever you see Fox shielding. So immediately his range goes from like this to this. Like it's way shorter. And even here, like unless he's gonna like fall through the platform and drill for like 2 hits, like he's probably not attacking here. So this is terrible for Fox. He's most likely gonna full hop in place or land on the side plat. So if you're landing right here with the laser, you're hitting him out of his full hop, or he's landing on side plat and then you can just dash back. And he's still trapped in the corner. But now he's trapped on the platform. But so you can just like see how much clearer it is once we see one example. Oh no. Whoa.
Oh.
Okay, so it's his respawn.
Should be trying to move probably more away from him while he's
Yeah, I mean, I think the platform is fine here. And then you run off.
And I throw up my shield.
I think you might have just like flubbed on the trigger. It didn't even seem like an ADT power shield or like the analog to digital thing. It doesn't even seem like that because you like shield and then you're hard shielding here and then you light shield to let go. So you just like let go of shield. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean. Okay. So how exactly did he punch you? You didn't get up attack? Okay. Yeah, I mean, once you're in that situation, you don't have too many options. I'm trying to think if you had anything. You can tech roll shine in. Actually, at this percent, you could tech roll, or you could tech straight down against the up smash. So just like hold down and press R. It's at least worth trying. The other thing you could do is slide off. Is actually surprisingly good in the corner at these percents. So like if he up smashes and you're holding C-stick down and then DIing away to like get to ledge, you would actually just slide to ledge here.
Oh, I didn't think a slide off would work for the up smash.
Yeah, I mean it depends on the percent. Let's see, at 19, yeah, I'm like, I think at 16% that's when you can tech straight down. But if you DI away, you can stay grounded longer because your trajectory is lower. So like if you DI straight down, then you're like going at like this angle, so it's a pretty steep angle, and then the further away you DI, the more shallow the angle is, which means like after like 5 frames, instead of being up here from this trajectory, you're down here. So the more shallow the trajectory, the longer you can stay grounded. But you can see like you DI'd up and in, I think. So you ended up in like a good spot for him to combo. So how did you feel about that last game? Did you feel like you could see the things that were the things we went over?
Yeah, I definitely started telling him like more, especially the laser thing and the wave dashing, and above all, and especially the edge guards I'm missing from grabbing it too early.
Yeah,
that was more so the Yoshi games than it was the Pokemon Stadium game.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, I think for one thing specifically you want to do is study. I would study Ginger. I mean, you could study Mango as well. They both laser well, but I think Ginger's a little more systematic. So I think his lasers are a little easier to learn from. But definitely just watch any high level Falco. Just watch how they're lasering versus Fox and see how they're dealing with this full hop, because I feel like that's a huge portion of the matchup, kind of like in traditional fighters where it's like shoot the fireball and then you get them to jump in and then you DP them, right?
Right.
I don't know how much you know about other fighting games, but that's like the original concept of like fighting games is shoot the fireball, get them to jump over, and then you dragon punch through them, or sure you can. So like it's obviously a little like way different in Melee, but it does have similarities in that you're shooting the projectile, getting him to jump, and then punishing him for jumping, because he's limiting his options as soon as he jumps.
Gotcha.
Did you have any questions about anything we went over, or specific ones we didn't get to?
I feel like there was one question I did have, but I honestly had forgotten it.
Okay.
I was definitely getting a lot from when we were going over near the end, because I did cover a lot of what I was thinking about too.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, if you remember your question, just send it over, or any questions at all, because a lot of times people, they feel like they learned a lot, and then they try to like go apply it, and they get stuck really quickly after starting, because maybe they're having one specific issue. So if that happens, definitely just DM me, because I don't want you feeling like you didn't get anything out of it. And,
no, I definitely got something out of it.
Okay,
sure.
Awesome.
I definitely got a lot out of it.
Right, I wanted to actually like affect your results, I guess is what I meant. Like beyond just understanding. The goal is to ultimately see some improvement in the actual games. But I'll send over a summary of some stuff that you can work on specifically, and that should be able to give you some extra guidance on like what to actually work on.
Gotcha. I definitely was noting down a lot of the things you're bringing up too.
Okay, cool. But if you don't have any more questions, then I think that's pretty much it for tonight.
All right, sounds good. I appreciate everything so far.
Yeah, man, it was fun. Have a good one.
All right, you too. You have a good one.
Peace.